Right. Pedal chicken selling night. Me and 5 of my chickens went down to Stonekeep, seeing if I was gonna make some kind of sale of some sort over the period of time. It's quite a while to get from the farm, but eventually we made it. Once we did, I went out, sparked the car, the beasts right there, and got myself some tables and chairs and whatnot. It was a cute little convoy, though. Not nearly as cute as the large convoy I had of cows the other day. That's almost a year ago. That was awesome. Anyway, everything was set up. I was ready to eat my meat pie when the first customer already arrived. Mind you, from the start, he was ready, I think, to buy one of them chickens. I think he already meant to buy a chicken long before this. Met him today earlier somewhere in Luna. That was a different matter. Just had business down there. So, I greeted him like I should. Like a good host should. He went looking about, seeing if there was anybody else out there. Well, it was 8 o'clock, so ain't no problem. Asked me if I was early. Can't be early. I mean, 8 o'clock's 8 o'clock, right? So, he wasn't looking at the prize list, but I think overhead, he also looked at the chickens already. I don't know. Really don't really know what people think. It's difficult to identify. They may even have bad interest in my meat pie or whatever. So I was ready to go and have my meat pie when he came up. I still ain't eating nothing. Well, alright. And then he asked me what the rules are. What you mean rules? You see a chicken, you like him, you want to buy it, tell me. We make the deal. Simple as that. But that's fine. I told him anyway, because can't have me going on pissing off my new clients, my new would-be friends, because if they got the silvers, these my friends. So then I looked over and I saw one of them people from Trinsic that come up. I couldn't recognize them colors too. So she was also coming over to buy herself a creature. I gotta say, there's only 2 people there, but things went fast after that. I can't begin to tell you. So I started explaining a little bit about Jebediah and about Maynard. Turns out, Jebediah ain't even the favorite part. They was all going for Maynard. That's all good. As long as I was gonna get rid of him, that'd be all good to me. There we go. Got this feller had interest in Maynard, and I could tell by the woman's eyes that she loved Maynard too. Although, wouldn't know why, because I ain't had Maynard that long. So, explaining about the mothered birds. Oh, they's basic for just for egg laying, so they're basically barely in use. So either they go for egg laying, or you get yourself some food for a week or so. And that for 2 silvers ain't a bad price. So I told her to have the woman to have a good look when she wanted black Maynard, and she got Maynard too. I almost forgot to give her a sheaf of hay and what else that she needed to buy. And when she bought him, I went over to that other fella, this Fargo feller, to give him some attention, because it's hard when you're doing a solo thing. You have to keep an eye on all your clients, make them all happy. Turns out he was interested, but he was interested in all chicken, not even in one of them fighting chickens. That's fine by me, as long as they want them. And then he goes pointing at 2, headstrong, So you had to grab him by the neck. But he wanted him anyway for 2 silvers. Maybe he's gonna start himself on a breeding stock. I just hope that you don't get one of them fighter ones that don't listen to you and bite your head off. But he'll be alright. If he just takes good care of them, they'll be fine. And then this feller, before I could tell him all good night, he wants some of mine, what you call it, Black Thunder. My own home-brewed moonshine. Well, certainly. For a silver a piece, or silver a bottle, that's a good price. I get plenty of more, and he bought 2 bottles, so that's pretty good. And then them 2 guards came up, that Phil and Guttrick. First of all, that Guttrick made my supper. And then they go about poking at my birds. But I say, they's guards, but they could just as well be savages. But I ain't gonna tell them. Might piss them off and they're gonna hang me. I can't have that. Still have plenty of stuff left to do out here in this land. And then, I don't know what the hell he's thinking. Feeding a bird pizza? Chickens eat hay or grain or not pizzas. Woman got it right though, feeding the birds fat. Good thing is that this chicken don't eat what it don't want. And then the oddest thing happened at the end of the day. That Guttrick feller bought Jebediah. I mean, he didn't have silvers on him. He didn't have any silvers on him, but he said he's gonna make a bank transfer through that banker feller. So that's fine by me, as long as he gives me the 10 silver pieces. And I tell you, the bank transfer went through. I found out today that it was actually transferred to my account. So that's pretty good right there. So I gave him a pie and a cake and a sheaf of whey and made sure that told him what to do. Tell you though, if I had known or found out what he was going to do after that, oh my lord, I would definitely have not sold him. But then I did sell him, and I didn't know back then, at that time, what he wanted. Showed genuine interest in the bird. So I sold it to him for 10 silvers. And you'll see at the end of this little report card what it is that he did to him. I was kind of depressed for about an hour. Then I realized, hell, he bought it, his chicken, can do whatever damn well he please with it. So I was fine by that. Only he bought it. It's his bird. So then it was time for me to pack up my stuff and head back to the farm. At any rate, I was going to do that, but he asked me a few questions and I answered them. To tell him about how quick these things were. That one day that Mongbat tried to bite me, before Mongbat even knew he wanted to bite me, the bird bit his head off. That was a pretty good deal right there. Something I can definitely get used to. So I came with 5 birds, and in the end I left with just 2 birds. So all in all, that'd been a damn good night right there. I had to tell him though about Belly Bob. He got bit by an ogre, killed him right then and there. Tell you though, if you're weak in the groin, don't look at this next picture. Stop it now. Poor Jebediah.